بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كل وليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آله في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحفظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وحيدا حتى تسكنه وأرضك. The idea is, inshallah, to set up academy or a special program on AI, basically to do all sort of things on AI, but we most of the time is the low end, but we can go to the very high end as well. The idea is first year, inshallah, everybody keeps his own business, but just to try just establish the whole system. But what I'm starting, inshallah, is a course on AI introduction, or as Americans call it, AI for dummies. My point here is to tell the whole course, the whole introduction to you. Then we discuss it from beginning, that what we should do and how to modify it to make it more practical, so we can market it, that one, not this one. So this one is really for us. But after you feel the whole program, what's it about, then inshallah we sit down and we discuss how to go forward. So, but this, what I'm saying is, as I said, introduction to artificial intelligence and IoT, by itself can be a separate course, introduction for dummies, and which we should put more emphasis on this course, but we can set other courses and we go ahead. AI and IoT as a whole is a powerful combination, basically because AI is the brain side of the whole thing, and IoT is the implementation part of it. So basically they are together. I have added even blockchain, because I feel that blockchain is also somehow has to do with these two. But okay, I'm not sure about it. Which AI? AI can be from what we normally think of these AI films or computer, very high-end humanoid computers who can understand everything, which apparently even now they are answering some of the telephone calls. Google, I believe it's using it. Some others, and Alexa, for example, at home, they are using it, so you don't understand that the other side is computer. So that's high-end. But it can be very simple things, which the starting was toaster. It started with the toaster, really, in 1990. The whole idea was a toaster to be to automatically toast the with enough time and proper time. So it can be very wide range of activity. But what we want to emphasize is the low end, only to demystify AI, is only to show that it's easy, it can understand, everybody can understand, it's not something that they should be frightened of, and yet they have to know about it, because if they want to make a right decision, be it a local authority who wants to know what sort of courses are good for people or what sort of programs are needed, or any industry, from education to almost any industry now, they have to use AI somehow, and so we have to give them a broad understanding what's it about. Then they can take specific courses, which again we will discuss. But even in the low end, I just wanted to show you, oops, too far. This is for Corona, as you can see. The robots which are used already in China, in hospitals. This robot is only to, the first one was only to distinguish which one is, who is the patient and who has temperature. But this one is to carry good within the hospital to the patient. And this one is for people, any post really. You can send it, so delivery. It's good for you. Ex job. So it's a delivery, and you can send the email. So they have the code, and by putting the code, they open the door and they collect it. So easily from place to place, and which they are using now for hospital delivery and that. And this is again inspection. Walking the street to see who's got the temperature or who's got this. The other end is drone. Drones are using for as again heat checking the temperature of the people to say who is got disease somehow, virus, and also they can spray. Next photo is about spray. Yeah, this one. Okay, infection and the disinfection. This is a cargo plane. It's mainly for cargo. It looks like military, but it's not military. It's just to carry, I don't know, maybe 100 kilo or more. More than 100 kilo. It looks better. Now, if he goes on the other aspect of it, coming out of robots to the AI in mobile. So every person, this is 5G. They have to, they check it either, I don't know, I didn't understand what he said, but either by a doctor or by automatically, I don't know. But interestingly, it has this green, yellow, and red signs. Oh, this is, again, hostages, ambulance. Ambulance can take 6 people and plus patient. So it can take it directly to the hospital without drivers. These are real. These are what they are using it now. So these are the AI I'm speaking. It can be simple thing, not necessarily high end of a fully human side. It's very practical, very useful. Okay, it can go also to the other side, which I said, the red one and green one and whatever. So the courses, I've hopefully, okay, these are the subjects which I want to discuss in this introduction. But at the end, as I said, next time, I mean, when we sit together to run it, we have to modify it. Maybe we reduce and increase or whatever. Introduction is this course, which we are talking. Then one complete course can be on intelligence. What is intelligence and how we can understand intelligence and work on basically on that side. One subject is about machine learning. Today, inshallah, we'll speak about all of these. Not today, I mean in this course, we'll talk about them, but a bit of everything, just to understand what's it. But each one has a full course. We can bring expert, not necessarily ourselves. We can bring expert to teach those things. Information theory, it's a very difficult one. Blockchain somehow, and interesting ethics. Ethics in AI is something very funny at the same time, very serious. It's happening, but and they have to. They are using it. The right side is more practical. The left side is more. It's theoretical. The blue is theoretical. Green is more practical. Robotics is mainly these small robots which we are using. I mean, these kits or computers, which they are now used mainly in even AI and IoT. That's what we mean. IT and communications is probably Hassan would be better to explain because I don't know much about it. It's a cloud, mainly cloud and communication.
Which one?
Cloud, the second one, IT
IT
communications. I mean, that's what I mean. But I don't know what
name
it's
is
called.
cloud?
The cloud, use the cloud. It's in it. I mean, systems, servers. I mean, there. I mean, how to use servers. What are the servers? What are the
network.
cloud networking? Yeah. Oh, yes, I should say network. Yeah. Even I couldn't use the right word because I don't know much about it. And the programming, you will be interested to see that there are quite different type of programming. And I don't know even how much Rasul knows about Lisp or Prolog. You don't know anything about it, I don't think.
Which program?
Lisp. Lisp or Prolog. It's because these are the language of machine, because they are logic-based. And we will talk about it, inshallah, in this introduction. Because a lot of people don't know about it. They don't know even what does it mean. So we have to talk about that as well. Deep learning is the norm of the day. This is the core machine, the core calculations or the way, or motor engine of AI system is deep learning. Inshallah, again, we touch about it. We don't go much detail because that's too much technical. Although there is a program, it's called machine learning, for kids. It's very good. We can use that, hopefully, with your help. IoT is a totally different thing, which is implementation, really, of that. And as you can see, it has a lot of also theoretical points in it. It's not just implementation. And the last one, Scale AI. There are some platforms like Word, Microsoft Word, or Microsoft as a whole. We use it for Excel, for Word, and for this, or even programming we use. For AI, there are platforms which they can prepare. They do all the calculations, they do all the technicalities which we don't need. A normal person does not need really to know much about it, but they can fully use AI for real application, for real use. So one of them is Scale AI, which is Indian. There are many, but I'm happy with that. So we may go further, discuss with them. The good thing about all of these is that almost all of them, I know about sources which we can get help. We can ask them either we use their course for detail, or we can get some of the help or even teachers from them to come and teach us. So it's not something difficult. It's not something impossible. It's not something that we don't we be frightened of doing. I mean, detail. Just in this course, which is introduction, we will touch upon all of this. So we go to the first subject, or if we call it on the different subject. What is intelligence? Intelligence, we think that we are humans, we have full intelligence, and we think that we know. But even one neuroscientist in America, he was in his blog, he mentioned that our mind is not so perfect. We don't think we are perfect because half of Americans, they believe in God. That's the argument he used, which we can use the same argument again to say the same thing, because how the other half don't believe. So the brain is not so intelligent as we think, especially those who are in AI business. Certainly, none of them, almost 90%, they don't believe in God. So simple, it means that even human intelligence is not as good as you are.